everyone, and welcome back to ESL Universe. I hope that you are having a wonderful week so far. One of the most important aspects of speaking English fluently is having a clear and strong voice. However, one of the biggest challenges for non-native English speakers is learning how to pronounce certain sounds correctly. One common issue is making your voice vibrate when pronouncing certain consonant sounds such as b, d, and g, because many non-native speakers aren't used to using their vocal cords in the same way as an English speaker. This can make your speech sound unclear, which can be frustrating for both you and your listeners. A while ago, someone asked me to create a video teaching how to make your voice vibrate when making sounds in English. This is a complex skill to both explain and to understand, but today I'm going to give you some tips and suggestions for how you can practice this skill so that you can increase the fluency of your speech. Let's start by reviewing what I mean when I'm talking about making your voice vibrate. English has both voiced and voiceless sounds, and it is important to understand how to make each of them. Voiced sounds are made when your vocal cords vibrate, and voiceless sounds are made when the vocal cords do not vibrate. In previous videos, I have explained that you can tell if a sound is voiced or unvoiced by placing your hand on your throat to feel if there is a vibration. Sounds like z and v are voiced sounds, and you should feel the vibration through your fingers. When you make voiceless sounds, such as s or f, there shouldn't be any vibration in your throat. Most sounds in English are actually voiced, including all of the vowel sounds. This means that every word in English should include at least one sound that vibrates. However, since there are many voiced and unvoiced sound pairs in English, if you don't get the vibration correct, you may accidentally say the wrong word. For example, S is the unvoiced version of the voiced Z or Z sound. If you are trying to say the word ice, but you use a voiced sound and say it incorrectly, the word would actually end up sounding like the body part, eyes. You can imagine how easily that would confuse a native speaker. For example, the sentence, "I'm going to go get some ice from the freezer," may sound to a native speaker, if pronounced incorrectly, like, "I'm going to go get some eyes from the freezer." Yikes! Just like it's important to know how to make these sounds correctly, it is also important to be able to hear the difference between them. This can be challenging for non-native speakers, but practicing listening exercises can help improve your ability to distinguish between these sounds. By mastering the ability to make and hear voiced and voiceless sounds in English, you will be able to improve your pronunciation and communication more effectively with native speakers. So, how do we do this? The key to making your voice vibrate when speaking English is to focus on your breath and your posture. First, take a deep breath and exhale slowly while keeping your shoulders relaxed. This will help you to control your breathing and create a steady flow of air when you speak. Before you start practicing pronunciation, it's important to warm up your vocal cords through breathing exercises like this. Take deep breaths and exhale slowly to relax your throat muscles. Next, stand up straight and make sure that your head, neck, and shoulders are aligned. This will help to open up your chest and allow your voice to resonate more clearly. Try to avoid slouching or hunching over, as this can restrict your airflow and make it harder to speak loudly and clearly. Once you have established good posture and breathing habits, you can start to work on practicing techniques that help you to create the correct sounds. Anytime you are practicing pronunciation, it is important to focus on clear articulation. This means making sure that your tongue, your lips, and your teeth are in the right position to produce the correct sound. One technique that can be helpful is to practice humming or buzzing sounds like this, or zzz. This will help you to feel the vibrations in your throat and your mouth. We hum when we close our lips and make a sound, forcing the air to come through our nose. You should be able to feel the vibration through your mouth, but you can place your hands on your throat to clearly feel the vibration. Let's try it together. Great job. Buzzing sounds are made in a similar way, but with our lips open and our teeth pushed together. Let's try this one together too. Bzzz. Great work. Remember how I mentioned that there are minimal pair sounds in English that are only different by being voiced or unvoiced, like the S and Z sounds. Try practicing making the vibrations by saying pairs of words that differ only in whether they are voiced or voiceless. For example, say bag and back, dog and dock, or life and live. Pay attention to the feeling in your throat and chest as you make each sound. I have already created several videos on minimal pairs that you can use to practice speaking and listening to these sounds. Another useful exercise is to practice speaking from your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is a muscle in your abdomen just below your lungs, which is involved in breathing. By breathing and speaking while using the muscles in your abdomen to support your voice, rather than relying solely on your throat and vocal cords, you can create a stronger and more controlled voice. To do this, take a deep breath and then push the air out slowly while you are speaking. You should feel your stomach muscles engaging as you speak. Try saying the sound ah to feel your diaphragm engaging while you create a deep, vibrating sound. It doesn't really matter what you say when you practice speaking from your diaphragm. Let's practice together using the phrase, I can speak English well. I can speak English well. Excellent. Don't be afraid to experiment with different tones and pitches when speaking English. Native speakers use a wide range of intonation patterns and accents, and it's important to find a style that feels comfortable and natural for you. With practice and patience, you can develop a clear and confident voice that will help you to communicate effectively in English. Like any skill, improving your pronunciation takes practice. Incorporate pronunciation exercises into your daily routine to make progress over time. Perfecting pronunciation is not something that will happen in a day or even a week. However, as you focus on little improvements every day, you will notice that over time your speech becomes much clearer. One way that you can check your pronunciation and see your improvements over time is to record yourself. Record yourself speaking and then listen back again to identify areas where you need to improve. You can also ask a native English speaker or a teacher to give you feedback on your pronunciation. You don't need to do this every day. However, I would like to encourage you to record yourself today. Then, in 6 months or a year from now, once you've had time to practice your pronunciation over time, record yourself saying the same thing again. Listen to both and see if you can hear the difference. Remember, it is important to be patient with yourself and not get discouraged. Pronunciation is a challenging aspect of learning a new language, but with practice and persistence, you can improve your skills and speak English with confidence. Join us on Facebook at ESL Universe for more tips, tricks, and information that can help you on your English journey. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.